It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Right then, this is Super Burnout on the Atari Jaguar. It is a motorcycle racing game and it's... I don't know yet. I haven't really made up my mind what I think. I've had a couple of goes on it. Oh dear. That's the brake. What's this one do? Not much by the look of it. Okay then, so 2 buttons. And you can have manual gears if you want them. I'm a wuss, I don't want them. Oh. I don't like the position of the accelerator and the brake. I would prefer them the other way around. I could have changed that in the options. I had the chance. I didn't do it. My own fault then. Yeah. Okay. Well, what I can tell you about this right at this moment is the sprite scaling is fantastic. Oh dear. That sprite scaling is up there with the Sega Saturn. It's awesome. It's brilliant. I mean, it's proper scaling. It's not doing that jumping from little, you know, redrawn sprites. These are scaling properly and quickly, and like lots of them. Very impressive. That is something I like about it. The frame rate is good. It moves nice and smoothly. What do I not like about it? I think the bike looks wrong from the rear, because you've got the rear wheel looks extremely big. It looks wrong. It's actually not. It's just that you can't tell the difference between the wheel and the shadow of the wheel arch that it's in. So it just looks wrong. They should have drawn it somewhat differently so it doesn't look like it's got a massive, great big bastard wheel. I've always thought that looked wrong. What else is wrong with it? I think the difficulty balance is off by a mile. And this is something that happened in this kind of game a lot. The people who designed it, it's like the people who programmed it are the people who play tested it. So no one fresh seems to have just hopped on it, had a go and said, holy crap, I can't come anywhere near the opponent riders. And that's the problem here. You can't. They whiz off into the distance. You ain't got a hope in hell unless you've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. And if you find yourself last consistently for the first half an hour of playing it, and you will, you're going to get fed up. And that's the problem. The people who play tested it know the game inside out. They know where to brake, where to accelerate, and all of that, and are just super skillful at it. But your average player isn't going to be. Your average player is going to do like I'm doing here. They're going to hop on it. They're not going to know exactly what the buttons are. They're going to faff about a little bit, and they're going to come last. And where you finish in a given race is where you start in the next race. So I just finished 7th. So the next race I start 7th. You know, right at the back. And that's a bit pissy.
Ready?
No.
Set.
Okay.
Go.
Here we are then. Now maybe, there we go, I can catch up just a little bit, but it's... that moon looks nice. I just can't help feeling that the balance is wrong. I'm not sure quite why I'm not absolutely last already. I would have expected it, but hey ho. Yeah. Off they go. The difficulty is off. They are just plain faster very often. I mean, you do have different bikes you can choose where you have different, like acceleration, high, medium, low, grip, high, medium, low, top speed, you know. And you can pick your bike and, you know, you decide which do you want to compromise, top speed or grip or acceleration. But it just feels like that your opponent bikes have maximum everything, which sort of leaves you without really a hope in hell. I'm in 3rd, and that's a miracle. I must have been 2nd a minute ago then. That's also a miracle. And it is probably possible, if you memorize every circuit, maybe you can do all right. But that seems, I don't know. Am I being too harsh? It just seems to me that the game is too harsh. It requires a level of memorization and skill that I think would be fine in a simulation. But this isn't a simulation, this is an arcade racer, and I don't know. I would kind of like perhaps more bikes on the track, like what's it? Super Hang-On. There would be loads and loads and loads of bikes, so I would be passing stuff. Some would pass me, I would pass some. There's lots of bikes, and here that's not happening. It's me and the track, and maybe one other guy somewhere near me who perhaps I can pass him and perhaps not. There we are, up into second. That's a bloody miracle. But I still feel it's because this is a forgiving track. It's through no skill of my own. I'm just faffing about. Off to Brazil. Is it right? Brazil have got not only the World Cup but the Olympics as well, and well, their Olympic stadium apparently isn't remotely ready, is it? And they're talking about having Britain stage the Olympics again because we're more ready than they are. There, look at that. I mean, come on, really, please. That reminds me a bit of Vroom or that Kawasaki game. I tell you what this feels like. Oh, it feels like a Amiga game running on Sega Saturn hardware. It's got that, you know, the Amiga when it was towards the end of its life, where the companies that were making games for the Amiga were no longer your big companies like EA and whoever else. It was your little bedroom coders, small indie developers who were very clever in terms of pushing the hardware to do clever stuff, but their game design was always a little bit ropey. This feels like that. Imagine one of those small indie Amiga developers programming for the Sega Saturn. That's how this feels, and I know it's a popular game and I had very high hopes, but to me it feels very unpolished. You know, the engine is fantastic, the graphics engine, the sprite scaling engine, brilliant. I feel that the artist who designed the bike and the rider, to me it looks a bit amateurish. It just ain't right. But it's the balance, to me, that is wrong here. The difficulty, the ability to keep up with the other bikes. I mean, I'm way off. I'm miles behind, because there are a couple of corners here where you have to brake, and if you've got to brake, it's like the other riders don't, and that just leaves you feeling a bit cheesed off. Yeah, that's how I'd describe it. It's pretty, it's gorgeous, but it ain't quite right. Best time. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a best time. It feels... Canada. I haven't done this one before. Edit that.
Ready?
Nope.
Set.
Okay.
Go.
Alright then. Yep, I haven't done this one before, so we'll see how this is. Maybe it alternates between easy, hard, easy, hard. No, maybe not. Yeah, I mean, I've only played this once before. I mean, ooh, the trees are pretty. Again, when you've got lots of stuff whizzing by on the edge of the circuit, it is pretty. Here I am in 7th. Everyone's gone. And oh, we're not last. Yay. Get back on the track. Fifth.
Best time. 2
The-
laps to go.
There's something very, I mean, people will have said it, the sprite scaling here reminds me of the sprite scaling on Outrun, like on the arcade machine or the 32X or whatever. Did they do it on the 30? Don't think they did they? Alright, Saturn then. But you know, that kind of super scaler, it's that good, the scaling. I think the Jaguar, if they had concentrated on sprite-based games and not tried to do 3D, it could have done a lot better than it actually did. But it's like, well, the PS1 was a thing and everyone wanted 3D, and that was the downfall of the Saturn as well, because it was a bit pants at 3D, where at sprites it's absolutely fantastic. And I feel the Jaguar is the same. It kicks ass at sprites. It really does. Can the PS1 do this? I don't know. I mean, it can handle sprites, but can it do them like this? I don't know. But I like them, and I think in terms of retro gaming, I prefer sprite-based games to 3D texture-mapped polygons. They don't seem as clunky. I mean, 3D back then, when it was new, it was like, wow, look at that. But you look at those old games now and you think, ugh. Where you look at one like this with scaled sprites and it's still got that wow factor. I'm just, you've got the gist of the game already. You know, yeah, I've said what I think. I'm now just playing because I haven't played it before, beyond like giving it a quick go to see if it works. I've done like, I did about 3 tracks just to try it out. I've never seen this before, this circuit. It's new to me, so I'm still playing rather than like thinking, there you go, you got your gist of the game. I want to see it, so you can see it as well. I like that, Stella, because that was like the name of the Atari 2600 when it was prototyped. They called it Stella. Oops, ass. These trees, they're like lollipop tree. Ooh, balloon. Lollipop trees that a 3-year-old would draw while they're at nursery or something. Draw us a tree, Billy, and there's a little green lollipop with a brown stick. Here I am, not quite in last place, but not doing so well. But, it's alright. There is a map there, but I'm not finding it too easy to... my brain doesn't want to interpret it. By the time I've worked out where I am on it, I've slammed into the side of the track. So, oh dear. So I'm not bothering with it. Everyone's come past me now. He must be really slow if I'm beating him. Oops. Go away. I want a punch button so I can do a road rash on him. Pull up alongside and smack him in the head. Oops. Oh. Yeah. Shall I keep going? I don't know how many tracks there are, to be honest. I have no idea. I wonder if I would do better on a different bike. I mean, this one I've got, oh dear, medium grip, medium acceleration, and I guess medium top speed. I've got to wonder, maybe other bikes would do better. I guess it's one of those. Play it for a while and you find one that suits you the most. Whereas I haven't played it very much at all, and I have no idea which bike would suit me. Are we there yet? I guess not. I never did that as a kid, that I remember. Sitting in the back of your parents' car going, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Never did it, I don't think. May have. But my dad tended to be a bastard, so if we played up in the car, he got very angry. Well, I like that hill. And you know what? This doesn't remind me of a place in Milton Keynes that I've been. There is nowhere that I know that looks like this. I suppose it could be like going through Clumber Park, near Worksop, maybe. I do like that the track is texture mapped, where something like our what's it called? Hang On and Outrun, it's just like stripes.
Ready?
Nope.
Set.
Okay.
Go.
I said that before. I'm sure I've seen those buildings somewhere before. I think it was Milton Keynes. Yeah, they have places that look a bit like that. That looks like a golf course for some reason. A lake on the side of a hill. That could only be a golf course. There goes everybody. Well, I'm not last again. That's good. Now I am. Just riding along, minding my own business, and whoops, I'm last. I need machine guns on my bike. That would help a lot. Ooh. Well, that was quite good. Nice sweeping overtake there. Oh my goodness. And the key is, don't brake. Oh.
Best time.
Yes.
2 laps to go.
Okay then, thank you for that. Nice of them to keep me updated. Someone lost their balloon. Again. Careless. Ooh. Get thee behind me, fiend. Ooh. I want to go fishing there. Oh, come on. It's not like I was braking or anything. I was just going round fast as you like and it still come past me. Bastard. I guess he's got more grip, but meh. I like that. And that. That's cool. Ooh. Yeah, that's cool. Oh God. Get back behind me. Shut up.
Final lap.
Thank you. I'm getting pins and needles sitting here now. You wanted to know that. I know. I guess turning in early seems to help. Combat the understeer if there is any. I'm turning before, oh dear, turning before I reach the corner. Yeah, it seems to work a little bit. Yep, like there, and there. Excellent. Ooh, yes. Oh, goodness. Oh, but that corner just doesn't work for me.
Best time.
Third. I don't know, that track's alright actually, I quite like that. Is there more? Hungry. Yeah, I'm going to stop now because you do get the gist. I guess you get to play all of the circuits regardless of how well you do. And that's good if you play like me, because if you play like me and you had to get into the top whatever to progress, you wouldn't get very far. It is a game that I think will take practice to be good at. As you saw, I got a little bit better, slightly, but I do feel that the balance is off. It needs more competitor bikes. There are 6 other bikes. It needs more. It needs twice that many. It needs maybe 20 bikes to be racing against, so that you don't just fall to the back and feel like you've got no chance. Yeah, because I was feeling quite grumpy for a fair bit of that, just like, oh, I'm just not getting anywhere, and it felt unfair. But the sprite scaling is fantastic. I love that. I think that is the game engine is brilliant. It's just unbalanced. There I am repeating myself. That'll do. That is Super Burnout on the Atari Jaguar. It is one of the better games for the Atari Jaguar, it must be said, because there aren't that many that I would say are good. Though I like it as a system. Just call me weird. Okay, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button. I upload videos daily, so go ahead and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. To all those who've already subscribed, I'd just like to say a great big thank you.